Hey guys, and welcome back to Summa Expeditionis. What we're going to do today is attempt to carry on from where we left off in the first video, basically, with completing this over here, the Vexilium quest. And in order to do that, the first thing that I want to do, if I press X here, we see our contubernum, I think that's how I say it, our party, that's easier. And we're missing just one soldier, I think, from being a full, let me see, 1, 2, 3, maybe two soldiers. Or actually, I think a soldier and a servant. Either way, what we want to do, we want to fill this up. We want to get a full contubernum. I think that's going to be our best bet to complete this next quest. Now, at the moment, we've got quite a few people around here. As you can see, we're doing quite well. And if I look at them, I just want to check like their levels of things. Like, yeah, they all kind of need a bit of a rest, I think. So I think I'll set up a bit of a camp here if we go ahead and look to build a campfire, because this is actually a new location. In order to get to this many people in our contubernum, I went around to some different allied camps and stuff like that to build up our numbers and things. So let's see, we can build this up with what we've got, and let's see, it looks like they're helping out or whatever. And once this is done, we can have a bit of a day of rest here by the camp, and I'll just show you anything interesting that happens during that day. And then after that is when we'll look to go and complete this quest. Now, on top of that, before we do this quest, it is saying about approaching an enemy camp. So I'm kind of thinking about maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll gear up and go and do that once we've had a bit of a rest, because that also could be a way to fill our contubernum without needing to find a neutral camp and do trade to them, or obviously an allied camp and just get people in. So yeah, we'll kind of see how that goes, and I'll keep bringing you guys in along the way as things happen. So I've been building up the camp a little bit. We've got some stumps now for everybody to sit on, although this guy doesn't quite seem to understand what he's doing, but the rest seem to be getting it just fine. Unfortunately, though, we seem to have lost a couple of people. You can see here our numbers are down. And just over here, I think there was an animal attack or something like that whilst I was asleep. So I couldn't really do anything much about it, and they have now died, unfortunately. So I think I'm in two minds about what to do here. I think the best thing is probably to find a neutral camp and recruit some more people that way. So let's go have a little explore, see what we come across. I'd rather not take down any enemy camps just yet until I have a full party. So hopefully we can get some in other ways for now. I have recruited a few people from the neutral camp. I did, I think, 1 or 2 in this world, and then some others in some testing I've been doing before recording stuff. And generally the prices are actually pretty good. So hopefully I'll bump into a neutral camp and show you that on camera. But we need to find a way to get our numbers up either way. And actually we have this neutral camp right here, which is fairly close to my camp. There's a couple of people here by the looks of it. So let's see what their demands are. So if we go up and just speak to one of these guys here and ask them what their price is, they actually give you a few different things here that you can do. So for example, 12 salt and flour, or 3 of this, you know. So this one here, it could be a bit of a pain getting that stuff together. What about this guy here? Let's ask him. Let's see, salt and flour. All right, maybe there's a way of doing this. I mean, we've got their information now. If we make up a lot of salt, or get a lot of salt and flour, then we can get 2 people from that neutral camp, which I just need to remember where that is in conjunction with my camp, which is, as I say, fairly close by. I think, though, now I'm going to keep exploring and see if I find another neutral camp with better prices, or obviously the best thing would be if we found ourselves an allied camp, and then we could, really get ourselves some people very quickly, and of course for free. Now I'm about to head home for the night because it is getting a bit darker, but I found this over here at this enemy camp. Now I don't want to get too close, so I don't want to startle them. But I'm just looking there. It looks like there's 3 soldiers there left in the camp. There they go. And I'll try and zoom in so you guys can see this more clearly on the recording. But essentially, I think there's maybe 3 or 4 prisoners there. So this one could be a decent one to try to take down. So what I think I'll do is rest up. We'll have a little sleep through the night, and then our entire party can rest a bit, and then I'll come back with all the boys tomorrow and see if we can give them a damn good thrashing. And if we can, then obviously we can take all those prisoners for ourselves, and it could be kind of fun as well, just play around with the game a bit and see whether or not we're able to do that. So that's the next thing you guys will see. Now I'm having a bit of an issue here where it seems that my men aren't really sleeping. Like, we've got this one guy whose sleep is pretty high up, but the rest are all awake. Now I did see a thing on the Discord, a bit of advice there, that we need to wait until, let's see, it says until the 2nd vigil at 8 p.m. So I think in the top right there we got Hora Secundus, so that's like 2 second hour, something like that. So I might need to try it at 8. So I might try going to sleep a bit later tonight. We'll see if these guys sleep. So I wanted to find something to do in the meantime. What I think I'll do is make one of these up a leather tanner. So if we go ahead, we can rotate that around a bit. place that down. You see I've been making up a few production things here, like we've got these log stations. This is for cutting logs up into smaller and smaller logs, and then eventually making them up into stumps at this stage. Might have some other uses later on as well. We'll keep an eye on that. But I just killed a wolf, so what I think I can do is, let's see, we need stick and rope first before we can make it. So let's see, let's go get some of that stuff from the trees and things. But then I think we can get some leather made up, which will definitely come in handy as we progress through the game. Now, I mentioned about sleeping before and the fact that although my whole party are pretty tired, they don't seem to be sleeping much, if at all. And we said about wait until the second vigil. That was the advice I found on the Discord. Now, they haven't started sleeping yet, but it just said wait until the second vigil before you go to sleep. So I'm going to give that a try right now. I'm going to go to sleep, and we'll try and like keep an eye on them whilst we're asleep and see whether or not they sleep. But basically, I mean, it's one of the things I like about when you got a new game like this. You have to kind of figure things out. Not everything is obvious and straightforward. And to that end, I'm actually making a video which is going to be a tips and tricks video for this game. So if you guys are interested in that, at the end of this video, it'll be on my channel. You can check that out if you want. And I'm going to compile all that sort of information in one useful place. It's obviously a bit different to this, which is more of like a let's play style video. That one's going to be a more efficient video of tips and tricks. And we're going to have to figure out the sleep thing as part of that video, because right now everyone is still awake like this and they're all very, very tired. So yeah, we'll figure out why that is. As you can see, we're at the camp right now, and people are now sleeping. We are in the second vigila. I'm probably just butchered that pronunciation, but it seems that's the time when most of them sleep, but a few maybe stay awake to stand guard, and as I said, they all go to sleep. So yeah, no one stands guard. That's okay. If I press X, so you can see we've got a full party now. I found another allied camp and recruited people from there, so that's all good. And then the next thing to do, really, once we get to morning, is to head to the Vexilium quest. You see at the top of our map right there, it's about 1,000 meters away from here. So a little bit of a journey, but we'll get everybody to gear up. And I think the best thing for me to do right now is just to simply sleep. So let's go sleep right here until we get to morning. Partly because we want everyone to be rested, but also if you travel through the night, you've got more animals and things to worry about, and we don't want to get into any fights if we can avoid it on the way. We just want to get to the Vexilium quest with a full cohort that's fully rested and got all their HP and stuff like that ready for battle. Okay, so let's get up. It's the sort of first light of the day, and there's people still asleep, but how is their sleep looking? So yeah, there's a few here that could do with a bit more sleep probably. I might just potter around the camp for a little bit, then let them sleep a little bit. I think having them fully rested is probably a good idea. And as long as we get to the Vexilium before nighttime, I'm not too worried. So we've got like the whole day where we can travel. And if you ever find yourself with not much to do, like I would recommend when you've got times like this, you're waiting around, just chop down trees, collect resources and stuff like that. But another thing you can do, of course, is just sleep to speed up the time, right? And so I think I'll just do that right now to speed this up just from a content point of view. But it's certainly not a bad idea to collect resources if you're playing at home and you've got the time to do so. All right, everybody's now awake, so they've rested enough anyway. And what we want to do now is tell them all to gather. So what we're going to do, give them the orders. Let's see here. So we'll go to stocking up, and we want to see here. Men will look for any equipment and tools. That one there is just equipment. No equipment, tools, weapons, all that sort of stuff. Let's tell them that, and let's get them all geared up as fully as we can in order to have the best shot of winning the battle we're about to encounter. So for the most part here, people are pretty geared. Everyone's got weapons and armor and stuff like that. Just about everyone anyway. So we are going to head off now as a cohort off to the Vexilium quest. Now I find the best way to do this, let's get our weapon ready in case we encounter something along the way, is to make sure you lead the charge. We can be quite a bit faster than they are. Like if I sprint for a little bit here, we're already getting some distance between us. That wasn't necessarily the best example if I sprint for longer, but you want to be up the front anyway. And the reason for that is if you do encounter like a wolf or a bear or something like that, I'd rather take some damage myself, because then I can always retreat once the guys get there and start to attack and things, rather than my cohort getting damaged, because it's easier for us to look after ourselves, obviously, than to tell them exactly what to do to look after each other. Now, in saying that, it's probably not a bad idea to stop every now and again like this and let everybody catch up. If you just keep sprinting off, then some people fall quite far behind, and then they are obviously isolated and in a dangerous situation. You don't obviously want to lose any men, especially on your way to like a battle, whether it's this quest or if you're just taking on an enemy camp or anything like that. We want to go and have our men in the best condition possible, of course. So that's what I'm going to do until I get there, and let's see if we encounter anything on the way, and if not, then we'll get straight into the quest. Okay, we're here at the I think this might just be an enemy camp actually, and so we need to obviously fight them. I wasn't really prepared for this. I just noticed on the way that we got pretty close to the enemy, and here we are, and now we are losing men from it, which is not great. So let's see if we can take down this guy, because he's getting everyone from a distance, which isn't good. Now, in saying that, like, if we can take this camp down, it's not too much of a problem, because what we can do is get some men from this camp. We can free some of the enemies and stuff, so that'll be good. But yeah, this is turned into a little bit of a tricky situation, to say the least. So hopefully we can get the win here. Let's see how we go. We've got most of these guys. Who's left here? Just this dog, right? So the dog's gone. Are we all good? Oh, just this dude here. Okay. Let's try and kill him as well. Am I landing these hits? I think so. All right, so we've won. Oh, hold on. There's this dog as well. I thought he was with us, but he's not. Is he? Oh, what are they attacking there? I could tell the dog to follow me, so I'm not sure entirely what happened there. Right, my goodness, we lost a lot of men on that one. There's now just 2 soldiers and 1 servant. So, yeah, that certainly wasn't great. We'll try and talk to some of these guys here and see if we can, we free the prisoners and get them to join us. And hopefully we're going to be okay. Oh, there's an allied camp nearby that I may still have some men left from there as well. And looks as well... Oh, wait, is this the Vexilium? Oh, I thought this was an enemy camp. Oh, my goodness, guys. We just completed the Vexilium quest. All right, I'm surprised, because it's quite a difficult quest. So the fact that we've managed to do that is actually awesome. Is this dog still fighting us, or is this dude fighting us? I don't even know who these guys are fighting right now. Like, this is a... Where's he gone? What's this dog here? So this is a war dog. It's like they're trying to fight him, even though he's, like, part of the thing. What if I tell him to follow me? Maybe they'll stop. Hey, come here. Follow me. Yeah, if I can get close enough to him, I reckon I can do that. Right, have they stopped fighting? I think they have. I think I managed to hit follow me, and now he's all good. All right, cool. Oh, there's a bear over there now. Hang on, we better fight the bear. There's all sorts going on. For some reason, I just didn't realize I was that close to the Vexilium quest. Oh, come here. So yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise to me, but it's still pretty awesome that we managed to do it. Now, I do very much recommend that you go like I did with the full party and get them as geared up as you possibly can, because you can see here how many we lost during this. We're very lucky. We had just 2 left at the end of all this. So we do now have this camp though, which is pretty cool. And it looks pretty geared and pretty safe and stuff. Like, we've got all this fence around it and things, and probably some better armor and stuff here. So yeah, like, this has got to be like a better helmet and a nice set of armor and stuff, so we can take all of that. Then we have this thing here for hanging up tools and things. And then what's going on over here? We've got some more weapons. We've got a food dryer, so I guess we can do some cooking and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So now I want to talk to some of these guys and tell them to join my Contubernium. So there's at least 3 there that we can do that with by the looks of it. Is there any more? So what I think I'll do, we should probably give out some orders to the Contubernium. So I think we want to camp pretty much here, right? So if I just, like, organize camp, they'll drop all their stuff and organize the camp here. So let's let them all get on with that. And in doing that, we might see if there's any others here who we can talk to. Okay, so this guy is already part of our thing. Like, I'm just wondering if there's a way to tell just by looking at someone if they're part of you or not. So this one has a white name, for example, and this one here has a white name. This one over here, has an orange name? Oh, that just means that he's different. He's like a servant or something, I guess. Okay, but I think we got everyone from here, and now we've got almost a full party again. There is an allied camp we saw, didn't we? Where was that? It was over here somewhere, I think. If I can get that back on the map, I'm going to go over there and see if there's anyone else we can ask to join us. I was sure we saw one somewhere. Oh, look at all this gear and stuff here as well. We can loot all these corpses and things as well and take the stuff over to camp. So we're just going to have a ton of gear. It's never a bad thing to have spare gear as well if you ever, like, lose people and things like that. Where did I see that allied camp? I know I saw one somewhere. Also, of course, we gained this war dog from this battle, so that's pretty cool. It didn't occur to me that you could gain pets as well as people, right? So that's pretty nice. So much stuff to loot over here for sure. And beyond that, I'm going to have a little bit of an explore around here. I know I saw this allied camp. I don't know where, but never mind. But other than that, we want to have a look anyway and see just what's in the area. And there's so much to loot in this game. It can be kind of like easy to miss little things, like, for example, mushrooms right here. So it's always a bit of fun when you're exploring for sure. Now, what I'd like to do is check out a few things. So first thing to say is we have indeed set up a camp around here, and this will be a much more defensive structure than the camp we had, because we've got all these walls and things around here. So that's going to be fantastic. The other thing I wanted to do is take a look at some of this gear here and see just how good it's going to be. So currently, if we go into our inventory, let's start with the helmet right there. If we click on that, so that's given us 1 armor, I suppose. So let's go ahead and release that helmet. And of course, the fact that it's here means that other people can use this as well once we switch to this, which is a pretty cool looking helmet. Look at it. I'm now a lion. Which is, that's a great look right there. Let's just have a look though. Does it give us anything, any extra? No, it doesn't. Oh wait, sorry. 1 and 35, right? I think that's the numbers I should have been looking at. I missed one there. So if we switch back to this one here is 1 and 10. Wow, so this is 3.5 times as good. So we definitely want that. Oh, look, I had 2 helmets on there for a second, just balancing that on my head. Okay, the next thing to look at, let's go for our body armor, which is here, heavy auxiliary armor, 1 and 35. Now, is this going to be any better? Because that sounds like that was already a lot, and it was heavy armor, so I don't know. It would obviously be more than the light, right? Oh, wow, it is. 1 and 50. It literally is better. Okay, I was surprised at that because I thought we already had pretty good, and we do. But of course, this means as well that our other army members here are going to get even more geared, so we don't mind that at all. Now, what else have we got here? We've got a torch we can hang onto here. That's interesting. So can I hang torches around like here and stuff as well? Yes, I can. So do I hold E, or in fact, do I even have a torch on me? I thought I did, but maybe I don't. No, I do. Okay. Let's see, how do we do this then? Okay, maybe we need to like equip the torch first or something. So if we get this torch, can we equip it somehow? What's he doing? What are you doing? Oh, he's maybe lighting the torch or something. Maybe he has to do that first. Yeah, okay. So strange. All right, so now we have a lit torch. If we go up to here now, get out of the way, dog, please. Please move. Oh, you know what? Let's just tell our pet. Where's our pet thing here? Yeah, just like sit. Just sit down somewhere out the way. Okay, now let's go back over to here, and now we just press E and the torch shines on. Okay, that's great. So essentially, fireplaces and also these torches, they scare animals away at night, making your camp a lot safer. So we want to hang torches around our camp and eventually have like quite a lot of them around to scare off all the wild animals, so you don't get something like a bear attack in the middle of the night and stuff like that. Now we have a full party and they're reasonably geared, so it probably wouldn't be the end of the world. I think it's gonna like kill us or anything. What is this? What is that? Like, I've got sticks just hanging on to me. Was this where maybe my shield has got like these arrows and things? That's interesting. I wonder, let's check that out. So if I go to this shield, now this was the shield I was using, I think. Yeah, so let's just release that a second. Is that what? Oh wait, it's gone. I think, yep, there it is. Okay, so there's a shield and it just has these sticks in it. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Now, talking about the shield, I think there's another shield over there. So this shield here just says 1 under the armor looking bit. So if I go and swap it for this good looking shield right here, let's see what the difference is on that one as well. So we've got this heavy shield now, and let's see if we click that. Oh, that's also just 1. Okay, well, it's less damaged and it looks cooler as well. Look at that. Oh yes, I like the colors. So no, that's pretty good. We've got the dog guarding. I think now then, how's this fire looking? They seem to be doing fairly well. I think they're lighting it themselves, which is awesome. We also now have this. So we've got actual sleeping bags, which I think just means you'll recover your energy for sleep a lot faster. And we have all this other stuff in the camp. This is actually so cool. We've done really well here. And I think that's a pretty good day's work. So yeah, we'll just let them rest for now. We'll rest ourselves. And then in the morning, I'll go off and do a bit more exploring. I find the exploration pretty fun in this game. There's always like new things to see and stuff. So that's pretty good. Oh, wait, hold on. Retrieve the Vexilium Legion standard from the battlefield. So I didn't this whole time. I haven't really even completed the quest. Right, so yeah, I need to take you. Aha! Look at that. And we got an achievement for that, and we can parade around our victory in our new armor. Oh yeah, look at that. So let's see, set up the commander's tent. Interesting. So I guess that's a new thing we have to build. Like, as in, this was already available, but we hadn't built it before, so we've got to build that. I wonder, like, did we unlock new things? Oh, hold on, I didn't mean to do that. Not here. What about under crafting? Is there anything new under here that we unlocked, potentially? I'll have a look at that. The next thing we're going to get into in this video is actually going to be all about the camp work. I want to build some things. I want to try some things out and showcase that for the later stage of the camp. I think that's going to be pretty fun. Now, I'm just wondering with this, I've got this thing here. Can I, like, put it down somewhere? Like, can we put it, like, as an entrance sort of thing here? Like, what do we do with it? Like, maybe if I... Let's click on that a second. Let me read this a second. Like, it'd be great to have a little stand that you could place it on somewhere, but I don't think you can attach it to any of these things. You can hang torches and stuff like that. It'd be nice if I could left click and put it in the ground or something. Now, this game is obviously very new, so these things might come in the future. I'll also just see if I release it. It just goes onto the floor there. Okay. So I guess we'll take it for now. And, I wonder if there's something we can do with this. Like, can we put it back in here or something? Oh, look at this. There's a thing here that's like a scarf type of thing. I want to take that a second And if I go to my inventory, let's just find that a second. So this here, 8 protection. So can I put that somewhere? Can I use that somehow? Yeah, okay, so once I picked it up with an empty hand, it just went straight onto me. So it's on me right there. How is that shown in the inventory, though? I don't think it is. So you just have to equip or unequip it, but it will improve your overall armor and such. So that's really useful too, actually. It's another item there that I missed. Let me check there wasn't anything else here I missed. That's all my gear. Yeah, no, I do think that's it now. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's nice to have that. So, a job well done. I think we'll want to light this campfire in future as well. I wonder, actually, do I have anything on me that I could put in here? No, unfortunately not. We do have this one raging for now. It's probably enough for tonight. Let's get ourselves somewhere near that and sleep in a proper bed for the first time. I think that's pretty awesome. We've just been sleeping on the floor for now, which obviously, yeah, it does the job. But this is kind of nice. And yeah, I feel like that's going up quicker. And that would make sense, the whole point of having like the bed and stuff. So yeah, we managed to sleep there, get fully rested. It didn't take us long, and I assume it's the same for all of our party. Now, let's see. I thought I heard something then, maybe attacking. I think I was just in my own head though. All good. So I'm going to go around and collect some stuff. The next thing we're going to do is build up this thing right here, the commander's tent, which should be pretty fun. It looks like maybe the Vexilium gets added to that as well, and if so, that would be pretty awesome. Now, as we approach a new morning here in the camp, what I want to do is look at where we're actually going to place this commander's tent. So if we click it and click locate, then we get to put it down. And yeah, this is what I wanted to do. You see, it's a large structure. So you see here, like, we've got this yellow line, by the way. This is like our camp. This red line is everywhere that our party will gather resources from. It's sort of everything in our camp's control. So it's, I thought it was worth mentioning because it's not necessarily immediately obvious, but you can see it there. So it's just useful for you to know what like resources you have available and stuff. Now this tent, yeah, this is a big old tent, isn't it? So I need to think about where we're going to put this because it is so huge. I'm thinking maybe around here might be good. Keep it near the water with those trees and stuff, near the camp. And we might be able to connect it up and use fence and stuff. This pet, right, can I just let's see. Yeah, go back to camp. Can I not send you to camp? I can tell you to hunt. You know what? Go hunting. No? Attack. Wait here. Oh, attack just worked, but I don't want him to necessarily attack. I just want him to go to the camp or something. I guess I was just setting the guard. He's constantly, he's a clingy pet. He's always around. So yeah, I think I'll put it down here somewhere. Let's try that again. If we click locate. Now it's a little bit tricky to see. So I think this is the front right here. That would make sense. So I want to put it, I think about there would be good. And we got all this stuff. Let's have a little read of this. So essentially, as we rise through the tier, we can expand our party. So each counterburning consists of 8 fighters and 2 non. The 8 fighters can be auxiliaries or legionaries. Okay, so I guess like because we're expanding our camp now, we're moving up to a new tier of camp. Finding new recruits, which we know about that. Enslaving surrendering enemies. That's something we haven't done though. I didn't realize that was possible. That's pretty cool. And being near water, which we already are, and we understand that. So let's get rid of that a second. Now what we have to do, of course, is just bring over the materials. Oh, we can hang our Vexilium there. That's so cool. And then we need to bring over all these things. So obviously on the thing right here, it tells you what you need. So you need like logs and half logs, leather, stuff like that. So I'm going to work on getting all of that together. Now, did we have, there's some sort of, what's it called? Let's go to production, leather tanner. That's the name of it. So do we have that in the camp, I'm wondering, because we're about to get quite a lot of skin from this dude, right? So we can cut this one up here. There we go. All of that we can turn into leather. And we can get some from these guys as well, I think, potentially. Let's see if we can get close enough. There we go. So many weapons and things in the way right here because we had such a gory battle. But, of course, that is all part of the glory of Rome, right? That's what it all is. So, yeah, we got all this stuff here that we can make up. Now, I don't know if this camp came with a leather tanner. If not, we'll make one up. Is this actually functional? What is this? Maybe just decorative? Yeah, not sure about that one. I don't know if it's like someone that can practice. That's a leather tanner right there, right? Yes, it is. Okay, so the way this works is very simple. Can I? That's just floating there. That's my fault. I'm just chucking everything away. You know what? Let's get to do some storage as well, actually. So let's see. We'll take as much skin as we can. Oh, and do I have the tannin on me? That's another question. We get the tannin from the oak trees, but I did have some earlier. Do I have any left? No, I do have a couple left. Oh, I do have tannin. Right. So once you got your leather and your tannin from the oak trees, what you need to do is just go over here and use this. So if we go to manage, we can add 2 recipes at a time, I think. It takes 15 seconds. They will turn into leather. And what we need to do is use our knife to cut them up. So we just hold down E on that. You can see the little yellow bar that is progressing slowly around the E. And once it's done that, we get leather. So that's how you get leather in the game if you wanted to know, and that's one of the resources we need for this camp. So I'm going to focus on that first, get the leather in, and then do the other stuff. Now, as I said, things are getting a little messy around here. We could do with getting into some storage. Can I jump this fence? Yeah, okay, that's cool. So where do we want storage to go? Well, I guess there's a few different places we could put it. This is what we have under our ability to make. I think coarse grass is going to be the easiest. I don't know if the sort of like different levels of storage though, maybe. So we'll probably try a few out, but let's do this one first. So coarse grass storage, and I'll put that one just there. Okay, very good. And we're going to need here sticks and gravel. Okay, so we're going to chop down a tree. Let's find an oak tree to chop down so we get the tannin from it. So when you look at trees here, it just says at the bottom, and obviously the bigger that number is, so 556 is a huge number, then the more tannins you're going to get. That might be a lot more than we need. So I might see what else is around, if there's like a smaller one. Like, is this an oak tree? Yes, it is. This is a lot easier to do, so it'll be a lot quicker. As it turns out, we didn't get any tannin or sticks from that particular oak tree. There we go. What we did get, though, are logs, and they're also needed. So it slows you down a bit. You have to do like a little slow walk here. So if you can find trees near to the camp, that's obviously going to be better. But we've chopped this one down, so we just well use it. And these are also part of the recipe, so it's not like we didn't get anything useful from that one. So let's see here, as we approach this, we should now be able to have the log, and we need 8 of those. So that's 1 done, 7 to go. I'll do a lot of the resource gathering off camera and just show you the buildings once they're built and functional and stuff like that for different things. Just trying to give like little updates along the way as to what we're doing and such. But yeah, you probably don't want to watch me just carrying logs back and forth. So I'll skip ahead a bit. Now you'll see here that I'm currently replacing my commander's tent, and that's because I had to reload a previously saved game to start over a little bit. And the reason for that is all to do with this tool right here, the dollar barra, the pick mattock. Now, basically, when I was out and about, I decided to, on the crafting area here, I made up one of these, a wooden hammer, and you can only carry one tool at a time, and that was not known to me at the time, so it meant that I dropped my pickaxe, my dollar barra, which is in part a pickaxe, and in order to build this right here, we need, let's see, 60 gravel, and so without the pickaxe I wasn't able to get that. So I just wanted to mention this because things might be in a slightly different position. In fact, they certainly are, as we can see here, but also do be careful not to make the same mistake, because it did set me back quite a bit. Now that I've got that, what I'm going to do is go back to the point that we were about to get to in the previous video, or clip of video I suppose, where we're about to have this thing built. So I'm going to do that right now, and then we'll see how this looks once it's built. All of the materials needed to build this tent are now here in this tent, and it is actually half built, which isn't done by me. This is, I think people in my camp must have been doing this. But yeah, there we go. We can take it on from here. And you see it's quite a slow process to build because it is quite a big build. And it's also something that's like a significant achievement in the game. Once we build this, we unlock a lot of new recipes and things like that. So I'll spare you this final 40%. Wait, 30%. I'll spare you that. And let's see how it looks when it's done. All right, here we go. There's a few people helping me. We're managing to finish it up. And there we go, guys. So a nice big tent right here. I like this out front, our Vexilium, looking very good. And from here, we can actually go up to this and manage our camp. So you see here now it says that we have 2 Contubernians and we have 4 out of a total 20 men that we could have, and then all this other stuff with pets and things. And it also just keeps things like organized here as to who's doing what, like a bit of an overview. So we got this one here, Contubernian 1. And if I click up here, we've also got this, the Custodii. So we've kind of got 2 camps right now. And over time, we can expand those camps even more. But that's pretty cool. Although we probably need to get some people into this camp over time to sort of build that up. Now, talking about building, we want to do some camp building stuff here today. And if I press B now, let's go back and have a look through. We've unlocked a ton of new stuff. So as well as the commander's tent we just built, we can now build these small tents, which is shelter for soldiers. So that will obviously make them a bit happier. On top of that, we have all these different tables and benches and stuff. It made me laugh a bit seeing Mensa. I had to study Latin at school until I was, I don't know, about 12 or so, maybe a bit older. And yeah, that's always the verb table that you do first, the Mensa. And I'm ashamed to say I've forgotten every other word. I could tell you that Mensa was table without seeing this. The rest I've forgotten, but I digress hugely, and I apologize for that. No one cares about this. We now have this. We can make up the kitchen. There's a hand mill, which is really cool because we can manually turn wheat seeds into flour. So we're going to look at doing that in a sec. What is this? A salting house. So we can salt meat and fish for better conservation. That's pretty cool. On top of that, we have, let's go to defense real quick. We can make up all these different defense things. So we can actually make like a fence around the camp and stuff, which is awesome. Now, storage, we have all of this, right? So there is a ton of different storage stuff now available to us. That's very, very cool. I like the firewood shed. I thought that one looked really nice. But yeah, all of this looks pretty good. And then some stuff in others here as well. So I just wanted to showcase all of that stuff that we unlock and why this is such an important quest. And now we want to get into doing a bit of building. And I think what I'd like to do potentially is on the building, we can dismantle stuff. So I might like connect up this bit here and build the fence, like connect it from there, come through and around here like this and up around there to make it all sort of one big camp. I thought that might be something that we could do. That might be a bit more longer term. For now, I'd like to get some of the production stuff down and get to some of the useful stuff. But either way, it's a pretty cool progression. So slight change of plan. I'm actually going to build the fence now and I'll go into that. But I wanted to explain something as well. If you misplace something, you can go to dismantle right here. Then you come up to what you want to dismantle and just press E on it. So don't worry if you ever put something in the wrong spot. But if we look at the fence, when we go to locate it, you'll see here it will actually snap to the other bit of fence, which is really nice. Now, I just noticed actually that on the fence there is this arrow, right? And I guess the arrow's pointing like, is the arrow pointing to the inside or the outside of the camp, right? Like, I'm not sure. I wonder if there's a way if I can figure out, like the fence has already been placed here, would obviously be in the right spot. I wonder if there's a way I can figure out that. You know, I think I can. If we go over to the front of this camp here, basically, let's go back to building up the fence. So, wait, what? Oh, is this because I'm out of range of the other camp? I have to be near enough to that camp, maybe, in order to build stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, we're learning here as we go. So, yeah, with this, basically, you'll see here, if I rotate this around a bit, that red line there, that's the camp thing, perimeter that we can build within. So if I do it this way, it connects up, right? If I were to rotate it around this way, I don't think it will connect up. Yeah. Okay, so essentially, you need those arrows to be pointing towards the outside of your camp, assuming that obviously the one that's been built for us here at the Vexilium camp that we took over was done correctly. So I might have to redo this bit of fence, but I thought I'd mention that. Another thing to mention about it as well is if we go to locate here, if you want, as I said, it snaps, right? Yeah, okay, so that is in the wrong orientation, but look, it snaps like this. But if you want it rotated, like if you wanted to change the direction of the fence here, you rotate it first and then you go to snap. That's probably the easiest way to do it, right? That's how you go. So yeah, you can rotate it and then it will snap on. So we've placed down the fence now and it goes all the way around here like this and connects up to the front where I've put a little gate here, or maybe a big gate. And you can see here, like the servants are getting on with building a lot of this. So I might actually just let them get on with it and we can do some other things. One thing I thought though is this is kind of now all connected up quite nicely. So if we go to building, we could probably dismantle some of this stuff. Like maybe we'll keep, let's see, why can't I dismantle that? Hold on, let's go around here and press E. Oh, okay, I get it, right. These fences have already been built, so it takes a little bit of time to dismantle them, I think. That's what it is. Yeah, okay. Versus like when we were doing it before with the fences, they were just placed down. They were just like skeletons of where the fence was going to go. And so that was done instantly. But if we take down all this stuff here, will we get resources from it? I actually don't know. I was about to say we will, but I'm not 100%. But then this can flow in and be one big camp. I've kind of connected two camps up into one, and I think it's kind of a nice way of doing it. Then we can all share the same sort of resources and workstations and stuff like that. Now, let me see. Do the NPCs, are they going to just do this dismantling, or have we got to figure it out ourselves? So there's a tool stand there. I did have a hammer once upon a time, but I reckon that one of these guys might have it. Let's just go into crafting real quick. And does the wooden hammer say what it does here? I'm wondering if that's what we need in order to dismantle. Well, let's make one up and just see what it does anyway, because it's not a bad idea. So we need sticks and firewood, which is easy enough to get, and then glue, which, yeah, that's all fairly simple to get. Like we've got animal fat here, which we can turn into glue. Let's just check, actually, the recipe for glue. I think it is, yeah, just 2 animal fat. In fact, so we can actually make that up right now. There we go. That'll be done. And then we'll get the other stuff together and we'll make up the hammer. So you can see here, these guys have been dismantling the fence. He's working on it right now. And when they do that, the stuff does get put on the floor here. So we do get the materials from it, which is quite useful. Now, in terms of crafting, I think we can craft up one of these right now. This is our wooden hammer. And then let's see what we can actually do with that. So if I select the wooden hammer, can I now come over to here and like dismantle stuff? Is that how that works? Maybe not. Well, actually, do you know, I don't even know if I've set this one to be dismantled. Yeah, so we can do that. But yeah, just testing stuff out a little bit. Obviously, being a new game, we have to learn all this stuff for the first time. What does the wooden hammer do? Actually, do you know what? I think it's used in conjunction with the workbench. In fact, can we make that now? Wait, we building, weren't it? Production. Yeah, this one right here, the working table. I think maybe it's used with that. We have to get up to planks to make that. You can see here there's a lot more going on. So carpentry table, I'm guessing this will be, yeah, how we make our planks and things. Okay, cool. All right, I figured out what the hammer was for, guys. We need it to build, for example, the carpentry tables. So I guess some of the later game items we need it to build. My goodness, this camp is becoming a mess as well. This storage in this game is something that you need to get on top of, and I really haven't. I did build this thing, actually. I didn't mention this. So this is actually, when you build it, it's just a stick. Well, I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm dying of dehydration. Okay, there is a lot to keep on top of in this game. And so I made a little mistake there. Let's see, do I have the stuff on me? I do. All right, let me just stop dying, and then I'll come back to saying what I was going to say. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, this starts as a stick, and then you just add the storage to it. So that's like full right now, and it takes like 60. We do have some new storage options, though, as I showed you before, so we might get into some of those in a bit, so we can tidy things up here. Now, where is my hammer? There it is. It's on me already. I forgot that I'd already picked it up. So now that we come up here, we should be able to build this table up, which is good. And building this will give us planks. Gotta love the animation, just wildly swinging away with his hammer right there, whilst putting his head in and out of the glue. Anyway, that aside, that's now built. So let's get out of the way there. And let's see. So we need to build a handsaw, okay? And we need to get some logs. Okay, so let's check out the handsaw recipe first. There it is. Oh, metal pieces. We need to get into metal pieces. Okay, well, that's something I haven't got into yet, so I'm going to have to figure out how we even do that. I guess we have to like smelt them down or something. So I think the metal pieces might be just a little bit beyond us for the scope of today's episode, but we are going to do some other building stuff. What I'd like to look at doing is, let's just place this down anywhere for now. This here is the hand mill. So we've got to add some sticks and stones to that. So we'll go and get all of those, but then we can make up some flour, which we can turn into like bread and other food and stuff. So that's going to be pretty useful. I'll go gather all the resources and then I'll show you guys how this works. Whilst out on my travels looking for stone, I came across this right here. So it's kind of got like a little pinkish tinge, although in the sunlight like this, it looks almost white. This here is wheat, so that's what we're looking out for in order to harvest up the wheat right there. So we just got ourselves some wheat seeds and some straw. So let's go into our inventory here. Let's check this out. There we go. We got 48 wheat seeds just from that one right there, so that's pretty cool. And where's the straw? Did we get some straw? Yeah, right there. Okay, cool. So that's what you're going to get from these wheat seeds. That's what you're going to be looking out for. I thought it was worth a mention because if you don't know what you're looking for, it might be a little tricky to spot at first. And here it is, guys, this little hand mill right here. But it has a few different recipes, including different dyes, as you see. But the one we're focused on today is the flour. So if we hover over that, the recipe there, 20 of the wheat seeds. We can add that in. Let's see. So now, is it just a case of we craft this up? Oh, we have to hold down E, I guess. Yeah, there we go. And we're grinding that little wheel around. There it goes. And we're going to be making up some flour for this, I suppose. Let's see. All right, so with that done, let's see. Do we now... Oh, the flour's on there. There we go. It's all in the top here. Do we just take it all? No, there's still some more. I'm trying to take the flour. Is that... I'm not sure if I'm picking this flour up. I want to check my inventory and see if it's like we've got... Oh, we do. Yeah, we do have some. So I guess you have to pick this up one by one. That's actually something I like to see them add to the game. Again, we know that it's a new game, but, you know, suggestions and stuff is if you could, like when there's a big group of stuff, if you could pick up multiple. But there we go. We got some flour from that. And you can see here we actually have 3 different types of dough that we can make up just using the flour for different things there. Wait, why did this go on to glue? I don't know how that happened. Let's go back to our... let's go to, let's see, crafting. If we just click on the dough, there we go. So it's flour and it's also salt. For that one, where's the other bread gone here? Like focaccia. Are they all just the same, maybe? I guess they are. I don't think we can make focaccia yet, but there we go. We have like some of the recipe essentially. So as the sun sets here on another day on Summa Expeditionis, I want to say thank you all for watching again. Hope you enjoyed today's episode about the Vexilium quest and an introduction to all the different building stuff that you can get into. Bear in mind, this is just tier 2, and in the game's progression later on, there is coming tier 3, tier 4. It's going to be lots more building materials and lots more combat and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, again, if you like this game, there's a link down in the video description where you can, of course, buy it if you want on Steam. But for now, guys, just want to say thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.